Hello everybody and welcome back to When We Try to DIY Baking. As you can see, I'm in my 4th of July apparel. You will be seeing this after the 4th of July, but for me tomorrow is the 4th of July, and we are making some cookies for church on Sunday. It's a 4th of July weekend and we're making some really good treats and I'm very excited about it. Our theme for church on Sunday is s'mores. We do Family Sunday once a month and we usually pick a theme for treats, and this theme for treats is s'mores this week. And it fits perfectly with 4th of July and summer, and I got a brilliant idea. I've been seeing all over that Costco has brought back their Rice Krispie marshmallow cookies. I've never tried them, but they look delicious. And I thought those would work perfectly for s'mores if we add one ingredient, and that would be chocolate. So today we're gonna make homemade Rice Krispie marshmallow cookies with a chocolate bottom. I'm so excited about it and I'm ready to get started. Now I'm very excited about it, and I want to have enough for me and enough for church and enough for my family who I'm going on vacation with next week. So we're making a lot of cookies today. I'm going to make 4 batches of this recipe. So come along with me as we make a lot of cookies. But we have all the ingredients, we have plenty of everything, and so I am ready. I thought I would show you the actual ingredients. I got this recipe online. I will link the recipe below, but this is what the initial ingredients call for, and we're going to quadruple it. So I'm going to put these ingredients in there, but all of the measurements for today are going to be if you want 4 batches. We have a lot to make, we got a lot to do, so let's get started. The first step is to brown our butter. Originally, the recipe calls for 1 stick of butter or a 1/2 cup, but we're quadrupling it, so we need 4 of these. Okay, we're gonna start the burner, put it on a medium heat, and we're gonna try to stir this as much as we can because we want it to brown, but we don't want it to burn. Okay, it's starting to boil, so we want to go past the point of boiling. It says that you want to start to smell a nutty smell. Can you hear that? ASMR. Ah! What do you do to that? No, 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 no. What's happening? Ah, I don't know what to do. Just leave it, I guess. I don't know what happened, but I think it's brown. It got all over my stove. Maybe my pan was too small. Okay, well, I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but we're just gonna roll with it. It's probably something I was supposed to do that I didn't do or something, but anyway, supposed to let this cool, so I'm gonna do that. That went crazy. We're gonna mix that butter, but we gotta let it cool. So I'm gonna put in the eggs and vanilla. I'm gonna also put the butter in the refrigerator for a little while to let it cool. It does say to do that, so I'm gonna do that. Let's add the vanilla. We need 4 teaspoons. 1. Don't worry, I have more. Little extra for good measure. We're gonna do 4 eggs. Okay, and we're gonna add to this sugars. 2 cups of granulated sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a fourth a cup, so I need 4 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. The original recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, so if we are going to multiply that by 4, it is 3 cups of brown sugar. Remember, this is 1/4 of a cup. I'm gonna mix this and slowly add my butter afterwards. Okay, I'm gonna add this butter. Caramelizedness. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Smells good, it looks good. Now we're gonna add flour and soda and salt. So we want 2 teaspoons of soda. 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2, 3, and 3 cups of flour. I'm gonna add this gradually just so we don't make too much of a mess. So we have 1, we have a half, we have 1. Let's mix this. Okay. 2 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to test the size of our bowl here because we have to mix in Rice Krispies and marshmallows. So I think in the end we need 6 cups of Rice Krispies. The original recipe calls for 1.5 cups. We're doing that times 4, so we need that, yeah, 6. So this is 3. We add that first. One more, which I think is almost my entire bag. Almost, not quite. Yep. Okay, we're just gonna dirty another dish because I have a pet peeve about a bowl being too small for something and making a mess because of it. So we're just gonna add this to this bowl here. Oh, it smells so good. I keep saying that, but it does. Okay, now we can add the marshmallows. I think I need to do 3. I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna put 4 cups. That's a little over what we need, but I don't care. I think that will be great. I'm gonna add a few more because we like marshmallows around here. Ooh, look at that! Okay, we did it. And I'm gonna use this scoop. It's a smaller scoop, and I'm gonna do heaping scoops and give them enough room to spread out. I've definitely put a lot of marshmallows in here, but I'm okay with it. Now we're gonna put them in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. It says you want the centers to be chewier, so you gotta really kind of keep a lookout. It probably will be closer to 10 minutes than 12 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna take these out. I think I may have been a little overzealous with the marshmallows. And I definitely think I need to put less on the pan, but let me show you. They look good. Ooh, they're just really big. These ones got like more crispy, I think because they're on the bottom. Should probably flip them halfway in between. I'm gonna let these sit here and kind of bake a little bit on the pan, but you can see these ones got cooked more than these. These were on top, these were on the bottom, so I probably need to like halfway in between just change which rack they're on. And then I definitely need to make the cookie itself smaller because I need a lot less cookie than this. These are going to be delicious, but I need the cookie to be a lot smaller because I need to put the chocolate bottom on them. So I definitely need to do less on the less than that. But that's okay. We're learning. We're figuring it out. These are still going to taste good. Don't worry. I'm going to eat them. I may have been a little too zealous with the marshmallows in here. And it's sticking to the pan so bad. I think we maybe even need a little more flour. So I'm gonna add some flour to this because let me show you. This is on a mat and I can't get it off the mat. That's how stuck to the mat it is. Which that might be a marshmallow problem. But they shouldn't have spread as much as they did, as you can see. I can't get them, I can't even get them off this mat. I'm gonna have to clean this mat in order to make more cookies, basically. And I can't even get a cookie out of it because of that. So that's a bummer. We failed a little bit here, and I made a lot of cookie dough, so I gotta figure this out. So I think I'm gonna add some flour to the dough. And maybe, if possible, remove some of the marshmallows. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna make smaller cookies. We're gonna put them in balls, just like that. I hope this works. I really do. Oh, I was gonna turn this down too, I think. Just a little bit. We're gonna do half and half, 5 minutes on each rack. Already smell like they're burning to me. Oh, they're not. Okay. They look pretty good. I'm gonna definitely keep these out. They can cook on the pan still. Okay, they look a lot better than they did. Thank goodness. I'm gonna let them cool and see what happens. I tried to reshape them. I definitely think it helped. These are still a little bit warm. I'm gonna try to transfer them here onto, I don't know, I might need to wait. One of the problems is when the marshmallow gets on the edge, the marshmallow needs to be in the center, like this one here. And so that's something that when I'm putting them on the pan, I'm gonna have to pay attention to. Then, almost like I would actually make the dough and then grab some marshmallows and stick them in the middle rather than mixing the marshmallows inside the dough, because you need them to be in a very specific place on the dough. And then I just put them in the refrigerator, the dough, to see if that will also help slow down the like spreading process. But we're gonna try to take these off of here. It might be they might be too warm still. But I need to make more cookies, so we're okay though. The size is good, and I do think they're gonna be good cookies, but I just have to mess with like how I'm putting the dough on the pan before I put it in the oven. I think Flipping them in the oven was very good too. We've taken them off the tray. Now we need to put more cookies on the tray. You can see already that these are way better. I still need to shape some of them. This one got a little bit out of control. Oops. So we're just gonna shape it into place. Shape it into shape. But putting the marshmallows in the center is like definitely the key. I'm gonna do something to help myself. Well, I already have. I've separated all my marshmallows out, and I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna make a bunch of balls of dough, and I'm gonna cool these, and I'm gonna come back to them later and put them on the pan, and then put the marshmallows on top where I want them. And I think they're gonna create the cookie that I want. So I think that will really make a difference, because we'll shape the cookie the way we want to, and then by cooling them, that slows the process down for the baking. It keeps them from spreading out, basically. But I do think these worked better. I'm happy with the way they look now, and I can definitely put a chocolate bottom on them, which is also something I really want to be able to do. Sorry, I took my sweater off. I'm just realizing that. I got warm. It's warm in here. I'm baking. Anyway, so I'll come back to y'all, but it will be later, either tonight or tomorrow, and we're gonna finish these cookies off. We're saving them. We got this. We're figuring it out. This is what experimenting is all about. Not every recipe on the internet is perfect, so we have to do what we can to make it better. Okay, that took a while, but we got all of these shaped and formed, and we're gonna put them in the refrigerator now.
One eternity later.
Okay, we've taken all these out of the refrigerator. They are rock solid. And we put some on a pan, and we put 2 marshmallows in each little dip. We've got some over here too. We're gonna put them in the oven and see what happens. Let's cross your fingers. Let's hope it works. Okay, these look so much better already. I'm trying to decide if they're done though. If they should be taken out already or not. They're a little misshapen, but I don't care about that so much. These ones are probably done though, because they're on the bottom. Look at those, look so much better. They look like real cookies. Okay, well, we've discovered the secret, I think. You can still get, obviously you still get some of that. Shape it. Okay, we did it. I mean, we almost did it. We have one more step to do, but we did complete the Rice Krispie marshmallow cookies. And I'm gonna be honest, I already tasted one yesterday because I just wanted to make sure that they were good. You know, you gotta test it out. You gotta make sure, you know, so. But these are so delicious. They're super good. And putting the dough in the fridge and then putting the marshmallows on top thing, the best idea ever. It worked perfectly. And while I was baking them, I was like, you know what? I could make these larger, and then they would sort of spread out, and I could put one big marshmallow in the middle, and then it would make a really big, thin, that's what, you know, I love the thin cookies. That's what I want. So next time I make these, I'm gonna try that. But we have one more step to do. We're not done yet. And then I will try the cookie at the end still, because we are going to add a chocolate bottom to these cookies. So I'm making these cookies for church, and the theme for the day tomorrow is s'mores. And so I wanted to put a chocolate bottom on them so that they're chocolate and marshmallow. The graham cracker part is Rice Krispies, but you get it. You get the point, you know? So today we're gonna put a chocolate bottom on them. It doesn't take too long to do. I already have the like melty chocolate, so I'm just gonna use that. And we have a lot of cookies to do, so that part will take a little while. But it's really quick and really easy to put a chocolate bottom on it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm so excited. They're going to be so good. I have so many of them. There's so many cookies. I have Candy Quick, but it's white chocolate. That's not what I want. I do have regular chocolate. So I'm going to look up how to do that right, and then we'll use our regular chocolate for that. It says to just add some oil. So that's what we're going to do. About a teaspoon. So we'll just do maybe that much. And 30-second increments in the microwave. Still going. I'm doing about 15 to 20-second increments, just to be careful not to let it burn. And we just stir it up. Okay, I think we're good. Stir it a little bit more just to get the chunks of chocolate down. But it looks lovely. I put the oil in it and it makes it shiny, basically. Helps it have a sheen instead of a weird texture. I already have them on parchment, so I'm hoping this helps me out. But we will have to kind of do this. Oh, got stuck. Kind of do this situation here. We're going to put chocolate bottoms on them, just like this. You take a little bit of chocolate and you put it down. And then you take the cookie and you just go, you push it down, and you can see the chocolate sort of come to the edge of the cookie. Just like so. We put some in the freezer here to get the chocolate to harden faster. Let me see if it's working. Yeah, it is. It's definitely working. So when you touch it, it just starts to melt again. But I could probably put them in a container, and I need to use the parchment, so I have to empty out my container first, though. Okay, this might be my new favorite place to put a camera. It definitely worked, and I do think they're going to be good. We're going to try them here. But I'm realizing that I think I need to keep them in the refrigerator because they're going to melt. I probably should have gotten Candy Quick because Candy Quick doesn't melt quite as easily. It's like 72 degrees in my house, so I know it's not that hot, but it is kind of a humid day, so that also might be why they are not cooling enough on the counter. So that's why I'm putting them in the freezer. But then when I take them out of the freezer, so probably put them in the fridge, and then hopefully they don't get too hard, and then tomorrow I'll take them out like before the service so that they can like not be cold cookies. But I do think that's what I'm gonna have to do because it already seems like they're melting, and when you put your fingers on them, they melt. So let me show you. We got the chocolate bottom. They're beautiful cookies, but literally the moment I put my finger on it, the chocolate melts in my hand. Which isn't really what it should do necessarily. Like, yeah, it's gonna melt, but like that quickly, that's a little too quickly. So we don't want that, but they are a beautiful cookie. And I know this is gonna taste good. I just know it. definitely could use more marshmallow, which is why I think I would put like a big marshmallow on it and then make the cookie bigger, but it's still gonna taste yummy. So let's try it and see, shall we? And the cookie is stiff because it was in the freezer. The chocolate really that's good. The chocolate really makes it good. I added the chocolate just because of the theme that we're doing. If I made these a large cookie with a marshmallow, I wouldn't put the chocolate on it. I would just leave it as a Rice Krispie marshmallow cookie because I think that's really delicious, just like that. And I think the chocolate is just like an extra thing you need to do, and I don't necessarily think that it's like makes the cookie so much better. It definitely elevates it and like makes it really good and like just adds something to it, but for the most part I think the cookie is good by itself. I have a bunch of them that are by themselves, and so those will be good too. But yeah, the chocolate bottom is really good and it works really well for the theme that we're doing. I just wish it didn't melt. Look, it melts so quickly in your hand, which I wouldn't say I'm much of a fan of, and I don't think the Candy Quick would do that. So if you're gonna do it, get like Candy Quick at the store because I think it works better and it's a lot easier to use and there's more in there and all of that. So, but try it. It's really good. That was a journey we went on. There was a lot to that. To go back to what we experienced, I would make the recipe as it says. I added flour near the end to try and fix the problem that I was having. I don't think you necessarily need to do that, but instead what you should do is make the dough as it says, add the Rice Krispies, and don't add the marshmallows. Then form all of your cookies into little balls. Just form them all, make all of them, form them, put them on a big tray or a couple big trays, however many cookies you make, and put a thumbprint in the center of them. It's not necessarily that easy, though. When I did it, they might be a little bit easier to mold if you do follow the recipe the way that the recipe says. I had really handled the dough a lot, and so it was really crumbly when I was trying to put the thumbprints in it, but I don't think it would be that way if you just did that initially. Roll them into balls, put the thumbprint in them, and put them in the refrigerator and let them get cold, let them get hard. And then take a marshmallow, or if you want to do the mini marshmallows, take 2 little mini marshmallows and put them in the center. Next time I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna make a big cookie. I'm gonna put a thing in the middle, and I'm gonna put a big marshmallow in the center. And then bake it. So after they've hardened and everything without the marshmallows in them, they've hardened in the fridge. They're basically little like cookie pucks. Then put them on the pan, then put the marshmallows on top, and then put them in the oven. And then follow the directions, just as it says. Put them in there for 5 minutes, flip them, and take them out at 10 minutes to 12 minutes, depending on. I did 10 minutes, and then I just took them out of the oven and let them stay warm on the pan, and like they sort of sunk down and cooked more, and they were perfect that way. So we learned a lot, but I liked that. I liked that we learned a lot, and I think we still ended up with really good cookies. So if you want to put the chocolate bottoms on them, get Candy Quick. If your Candy Quick doesn't harden fast enough, it's probably because it's not cold enough, and so just put them in the freezer for a little bit, and then they'll harden right up, and it works great. They are sticky, so you're gonna have to have a lot of parchment. I put a lot of parchment in between my cookies because they're sticky. They have marshmallow on them, but they're very good. So you should definitely try it. Yeah, thank you for going on this journey with me. for experimenting with me. Let me know if you have any suggestions, and if you tried the recipe, tell me what you thought. And we will see you again very soon for when we try to DIY baking. Ooh, that one took a while, but we did it. We did it.